Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of Let's Play Forge. So, the previous win streak that we had, the best win streak that we ever had, was at 5, and right now we're at 2 win streak. So we need to beat our 5 current one. We need to get 4 more consecutive wins. Now we can also travel. This is something that I haven't discussed just yet, but we can travel to anywhere that we wish to be at. And right now we're at the... I'm not entirely sure where we are, but we've got quite a large kingdom to explore. So I don't know if I want to travel anywhere specifically, but let's go to the Gates of Magic. Let's say you have uncompleted challenges in your current world. If you travel now they will be lost. Uncompleted challenges. Ah, okay, this is interesting. You know, we can do some of these, but since all of them are hard, I kinda don't want to mess with that, at least until I beat my current win streak. So let's just focus on that for the moment. Random opponent. Yes, let's go with the current card that we have. You know what? Yeah, I'm fine with this hand. We go second. So our opponent is Shadowstorm Vizier Field, so he's using a blue deck apparently. Let's put down a forest card, then let's move on. Blue and the black deck, okay. So he summons Seeker of Insight, which is a 1/3 human wizard creature, which has, for tapping, he can draw a card, then discard a card. Activate this ability only if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn. Okay. Let's, oh, we cannot summon Prowling Sepulchre just yet. He costs 3 mana. Okay, that's fine. We can wait a little bit longer. So he's going to attack us with his Seeker of Insight. Because Seeker of Insight has a power of 1, we will take 1 damage from this attack. Now we can finally summon Prowling Sepulchre for 3 mana. And he casts Splendid Agony to distribute 2 -1/-1 counters among my creatures. So now Prowling Sepulchre has been reduced from 4/3 to 2/1, which is quite unfortunate. He also casts Compelling Argument to remove the top 5 cards of my library to my graveyard. He moved them to my graveyard, which is terrible. Oh, I could have blocked that. Or whatever. Let's summon Query Howler. And now with Query Howler, I can thankfully select the -1/-1 counters on my Prowling Sepulchre and use Query Howler's ability to remove the counters, or at least 1 counter. You know what? That's fine. Now let's attack him with our Prowling Sepulchre and do 3 damage to him. He casts Scarab Feast to exile up to 3 target cards from a single graveyard. So he exiled 3 of my cards, and he also cast Comet to put target spell or non-land permanent into its owner's library, second from the top. So now he kind of fucked with me quite severely, but it's okay. We can still make this work. Let's cast Cartouche of Strength and add it to our Prowling Sepulchre to compensate for its -1/-1 counter. And now, with Cartouche of Strength giving it +1/+1, I can also use Prowling Sepulchre to attack his Seeker of Insight. This is one of Cartouche of Strength's effects. So let's do that. And now, because there's nothing left for us to do, let's attack him with Prowling Sepulchre. Now let's bring back Query Howler And let's again target Prowling Serpapart, who still has a -1/-1 counter on it, and use Query Hauler's ability to remove that counter. Excellent. And now we can Alpha Strike him for 5 damage. Now he's casting Memory from his graveyard with its Aftermath effect, which means that each player shuffles his or her hand and graveyard into his or her library, then draws 7 cards. Okay, sure, why not? Now let's summon Ronas the Indomitable to make things a bit more interesting. And also let's summon, we cannot summon Giant Spider, we do not have the mana yet for that. But that's fine, we can now Alpha Strike him with everything that we've got, and I think this is it, we won. Yes, we won. So now we removed from his deck a Vizier of Tumbling Sands, which is quite nice. Now we're going second because we defeated him last turn. I guess this is an acceptable hand to start off with. Let's put down a Forest card. He summons another Seeker of Insight. That's not gonna do him much good, although we can't do anything ourselves just yet. He's going to attack us with a Seeker of Insight, and he also summoned a Wasteland Scorpion, which is a 2/2 Scorpion creature which has Death Touch. Which means any creature that will battle it that doesn't have first strike will be killed by it, regardless of how much toughness and power it has. So that sucks. Let's think about this. There's nothing we can do with just free mana just yet, so we'll allow him to continue on. He's going to attack us with both Seeker of Insight and Wasteland Scorpion, and now he summoned a Shadowstorm Vizier, which is a 1/3 flying creature, human cleric creature, which has, whenever you recycle or discard a card, Shadowstorm Vizier gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Okay, let's summon Giant Spider to be able to block most of his attacks. He's still attacking me with Wasteland Scorpion because of its Death Touch effect, and I really hate that. Let's summon a Query Hauler. And now let's end our turn. He used Splendid Agony to weaken my Query Hauler, and now he's attacking us with Wasteland Scorpion. And now I will use my Query Hauler to block his Wasteland Scorpion, because even with the 2 -1/-1 counters on Query Hauler still has 2 power. That's enough to kill his Wasteland Scorpion, which only has 2 toughness. Okay, now let's get serious. Let's summon Brabblewave Behemoth, which is a pretty strong creature, and we will start doing severe damage to him. Let's also summon Skilled Behemoth as well. And now let's attack him with our Brabblewave Behemoth. He will allow that attack to slide, but I don't think that's in his best interest right now. Let's summon Giant Spider and Willy Bandar as well. So now we've got an entire army of creatures at our side, and let's also give Gift of Strength to our Brambleweave Behemoth. Now let's attack him with Brambleweave Behemoth and with Skilled Behemoth, and now he's in a... he will have to block us somehow, because otherwise he will just die immediately. So he will use Seeker of Insight to block our Skilled Behemoth, which makes sense since Brambleweave Behemoth already has Trample, so it wouldn't have done much good if he blocks Brambleweave Behemoth. Now he's only left at 5 life, and this is quite sad for him. So he casts... what did he just do? He cast Hieroglyphic Illumination to draw 2 cards, and then he cast Kefnir the Mindful to summon it, But I don't think that's going to do him much good, because Kevnet the Mindful requires 7 or more cards in his hand to attack or block with. And since he only has 3 cards in his hand, that's just not going to work. That's just not going to work out for him. So now I can just Alpha Strike him. Yeah, and he's going to block us, unsurprisingly, but we just defeated him. So that was not that interesting, I will admit. Let's grab a card from Hour of Devastation. We get Pitiless Vizier, which is a 4/2 human, 4/2 Minotaur Cleric creature, which costs 1 black mana and 3 other mana to cast, and which has, whenever you cycle or discard a card, Pitiless Vizier gains indestructible until the end of turn. Okay. Indestructible means that damage and effects that say destroy don't destroy it. If its toughness is 0 or less, it's still put into its owner's graveyard. Okay, that's fine. Okay, since that went on so smoothly, and where our win streak was increased to 3, I really want to do another battle. So let's do another duel in this one video. I would really want to enjoy myself. Yeah, I'm going second, sure. Let's keep this hand. Let's put down a forest and let's summon... Oh, we cannot summon anything just yet, so let's end our turn. Let's put down this and let's finally summon Resilient Kenra. Good. When Resilient Kenra enters the battlefield, you may have target creature get +6/+6 until the end of turn, where X is Resilient Kenra's power. Yeah, that's not that great. He cast and summon to return target creatures to its owner's hand. So he unsummoned my Resilient Kenra, and now he summoned Weaver of Currents, which is a 2/2 Naga Druid, which when tapped adds 2 light mana to his mana pool. Okay, sure. Let's resummon Resilient Kenra now. And let's okay, so he is summoning Angler Drake, which is a 4/4 Drake creature with flying, and which has, when Angler Drake enters the battlefield, you may return target creature to its owner's hand. So he just returned my Resilient Kenra to my hand. So he's keep playing with this. Let's summon Giant Spider. Now he's playing Ambuscade to attack one of my creatures, so I guess he will attack with his Angler Drake my Giant Spider. And now he casts Spring, which allows him to search his library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tab, then shuffle his library. Okay, now he's attacking us with Angler Drake, which kind of makes sense. Okay, so we're kind of getting screwed over here, and I don't appreciate that. So let's summon Resilient Kenra. And also let's summon Crawling Serpopard in the meantime. So he's going to attack us with Angler Drake just because it has flying, so we cannot block it. What did he just do? He cast Mind, which allows him to draw 2 cards. Okay, that makes sense. So let's finally cast Ambuscade so that we can use our Crawling Serpopard to destroy his Angler Drake. Excellent. And now let's cast Cartouche of Strength to add it to our Crawling Serpopard and have it destroy his Weaver of Currents. Excellent. Now we can Alpha Strike him, and finally we're getting the upper hand. So he summoned Bramblewave Behemoth. Hey, that's my card. And yeah, let's summon Feral Serpopard. Feral Prowler, sorry. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. Okay, so we're not in a good position right now. I will just end my turn for now. He summoned Nissa Genesis Mage, which is a planeswalker that starts out with 5 loyalty, and which has for +2 loyalty, untap up to 2 target creatures and up to 2 target lands. For -3 loyalty, target creature gets +5/+5 until the end of turn. And for -10 loyalty, look at the top 10 cards of your library. You may put any number of creature and or land cards from among them onto the battlefield and put the rest of the on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay. Let's summon Giant Spider. And let's end our turn for now. What did he just do? He cast Unsummon to return my Prowling Serpopard to my hand, okay. And now he's using Nissa Genesis Mage's second ability for -3 loyalty to target a creature to make it have +5/+5 until the end of turn. So he did that with Bramblewave Behemoth, and now because he did that, I will have to block it. I will do so with my Prowling Serpopard. My Prowling Serpopard has only 3 lives, 3 toughness, sorry, so it will die from this attack. But that's fine. The issue is that Bramblewave Behemoth has actually, let's also block him with my Giant Spider so that we can absorb as much damage as we can, because Bramblewave Behemoth has Trample, so with its 11 power, it can do serious damage to me. So let's block him with both of these so that we can detract 3 from Feral Prowler plus 4 from Giant Spider is 7. So 11 minus 7 means that he will only get 4 damage through to me, although he will kill both my Feral Prowler and Giant Spider in the process, which quite sucks. So yeah, I took 4 damage. That kind of sucks. Let's now yeah, it's still his turn, so let's end that. He summoned Aerial Guide and Weaver of Currents, which quite sucks, but let's start getting serious right now. Let's summon Skilled Behemoth. And now let's end our turn. So he will use his Aerial Guide to attack me because he's got flying, which quite annoys me. Let's summon Greater Sandworm now. Now what do we need? I will use Ambuscade to be the first card that I will receive in the next turn, just so I can get rid of his Aerial Guide. So let's use Ambuscade. We will use it with our Resilient Kenra to attack his Aerial Guide, which has flying. So now he doesn't have any more flying creatures to attack me with. So now he's in a bad spot. Let's also summon Prowling Serpopard. And now interesting stuff is about to happen. We have enough creatures to block any one of his attacks. Let's also use this opportunity to attack him with Sifter Worm. He will block me with both Feral Prowler and Prowling and the Bramblewave Behemoth, sorry. Sure, I will destroy his Bramblewave Behemoth in the process, though, because I can afford it. He cast Bounty of the Luxa, which is an enchantment which has the effect of, at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, remove all flood counters from Bounty of the Luxa. If no counters were removed this way, put a flood counter on Bounty of the Luxa and draw a card. Otherwise, add 1 white mana, 1 green mana, and 1 blue mana to your mana pool. That's interesting. Okay, now we can start attacking him via alpha strikes. He will block me, but that won't do him much good. We get another Sifter Worm to summon, which is quite nice. Yeah, this is a 1 game. Like, that's just the truth. We just won. We took an Avid Reclaimer from him, which is quite nice. Yeah, this worked out surprisingly well. At the beginning we've been struggling, but afterwards we've been doing quite nicely for ourselves. We're going second because we won the previous turn. Let's keep our current hand. I'm fine with it. Let's make progress. Let's summon Feral Prowler for now. Now let's cast Thriving Rhino. When Thriving Rhino enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy counters, and whenever Thriving Rhino attacks, you may pay 2 energy counters. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Now let's attack him with Feral Prowler, which will only do 1 damage to him, but it's a start. He summoned Avid Reclaimer, which is a 2/2 human druid creature, which has the effect of for tapping, add 1 green mana or 1 blue mana to your mana pool. If you control a Nissa Planeswalker, you gain 2 life. Okay, sure, why not? That's not that impressive for him though. Let's summon a giant spider to defend ourselves with, and now let's attack him with a Thriving Rhino. And now I will pay the 2 energy counters to do more damage to him. He cast what the fuck did he do? He cast Ambuscade to make his Avid Reclaimer get a +1/+0 until the end of turn, and also Avid Reclaimer to attack my Feral Prowler. Okay. And because he defeated my Feral Prowler, I got to draw a card. Since whenever a Feral Prowler dies, I draw a card. That's the way that works. Let's cast the Gift of Strength on Thriving Rhino to kind of make him a bit stronger. And now let's attack him with our Thriving Rhino. So now he's down to 10 health. He summoned a Bramblewave Behemoth, which won't do him much good. At least not yet. But for now we'll have to wait this out, because we do not have enough mana to do anything significant. So he will attack us with his Bramblewave Behemoth. Now let's see, if we block him both with Thriving Rhino and with Giant Spider, would that be enough to kill him? Thriving Rhino only has 3 power. Giant Spider has 2 power. 3 + 2 is 5, which is lower than Bramblewave Behemoth's 6 life. So no, that will not be enough to destroy him. So I will allow that attack to pass through. He summoned a second Bramblewave Behemoth, Jesus Christ, and a River Hoppo, which is a 1/3 bird creature which has flying. And for 1 blue mana, 1 green mana, and 3 mana, you gain 2 life and draw a card. Okay, let's think about this. Let's summon Honored Hydra for now. This is going to be a tough one. He summoned Nissa Genesis Mage again, and we will have to be extremely aware of that. Let's destroy one of his Bramblewave Behemoths with our Honored Hydra using Ambuscade. Just because we can. Excellent. And now, can we do that again? Yes, let's do that again. Let's cast Ambuscade again on our Honored Hydra to destroy another one of his Bramblewave Behemoths. And now with all of this happening, we can finally attack him with both Honor Hydra and Thriving Rhino. He will block each of them with one of his cards. Honor Hydra, since it has Trample, gets to have its remaining damage be transferred to the player himself. Yeah, this is nice. The opponent is down to 4 life now. He casts Spring, but that won't do him much good. Let's just Alpha Strike him, and this is kind of over. Okay, so we won again. That was really easy. Let's get a reward from Ammo Kit Remastered, I guess. We get Woodland Stream, which is a land card, and which has the effect of Woodland Stream enters the battlefield tapped, but when it gets tapped, you can add either a green mana or a blue mana to your mana pool. That's not that great, honestly. So we're on a nice win streak. We're at 4 wins at this point, and our previous best win streak was at 5. So we are doing quite nicely for ourselves. But anyway, this is it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to get in touch with me, I have a Mastodon account as well as a Matrix room where you can join. But in the meantime, see you next time.